Are you busy right now? I'm sorry to bother you while you're working. Can I talk to you for a minute?
What is it, Christina?
I just got back from a business trip, but I just want you to know about my concern.
Huh? Was it today that you're coming back?
No, I finished work earlier than I had planned, so I managed to go home a day early.
Oh, I see.
Are you telling me that I shouldn't have come home early? You seem disappointed somehow.
No, I'm not. I just didn't think it was today, that's all. Anyway, what's wrong?
I think someone broke into our house.
What? Why?
When I came home, I felt strange.
What do you mean?
The furniture is arranged slightly different from before. Did you move our furnitures?
No, I didn't.
I see, it's weird.
Seriously, since you were away for some days, maybe you misunderstood.
At first I thought so, but I think some of them are missing.
No way.
Did you use the money inside an envelope in the drawer at the study?
Money? I don't even know that it was there.
Really? Then maybe it's a burglary.
Is that so? That's not good.
Yeah, the cash in the study and some of my jewelries are missing too. I'm sure that someone had broken into the house and took them.
Yeah.
That's why I just called the police.
You called the police?
The cash and the jewelry were taken. It's definitely a burglary, right?
Maybe you put them somewhere else and you just forgot about it.
If it was just cash, I would have thought so. But the jewelries were inside the jewelry box, so there's no way I could have forgot about where they were.
But if you call the police without looking for those things that went missing first, you'll be in trouble. You'll also embarrass yourself in the end. Why don't you try to search for them again?
Why are you stopping me from calling the police? Do you know something about this?
I don't know, but I think it's too early to call the police.
It's not like the room was ransacked or the locks were broken. But there were some small things missing from the living room too. That's very odd, don't you think so? I don't think a thief would be interested in stealing away small decorations.
Is that so?
Oh, the police are here now, so I'll tell them what happened. Felix, I was right. Looks like it's definitely a burglar. So, can you come home soon?
Oh, now? Why?
Because you're the head of our household, so it's natural. Besides, I was on a business trip for a week. I was wondering about the different furniture arrangement, or if you changed the interior design. And the police want to talk with you about that too.
That's such a sudden request. I can't. I'm at work right now.
For heaven's sake, our house has been burglarized. Your company will understand, won't they?
I have an important meeting soon. I don't think I can leave.
But I'm scared and I'm worried about being alone too.
You're not a child. Don't be so naive. Let me know when you know the outcome, okay? Bye.
Wait, Felix! Have you finished your meeting?
Oh, are you done with the police?
Please, come home soon. I really need you.
What? You can handle this on your own, can't you? It's no big deal. You worry too much.
But the police said they need to check something with you. They want me to call you.
Huh? Are you telling me that I'm being suspected?
Of course not. It's only natural to ask to speak to the people involved, isn't it? I wonder why you refuse to talk to the police. What's wrong with you, Felix?
I'm not refusing to talk to them, but I'm busy at work, so I can't leave.
Why? It's a big deal. You should explain to your company about what's going on. It's an emergency.
I told you, I'm in the middle of an important meeting. I can't just leave.
The meeting started from an hour ago. It's over now, isn't it?
No, it's still going on.
Then why are you texting me?
We're having a break now. What do the cops want to check with me anyway?
The police checked our house and found out that there were no signs of forced entry.
Does that mean there was no break-in? So it was your mistake after all, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It can't be a misunderstanding because a lot of things are missing. The police searched the whole house.
The whole house?
Yes, they told me that they found a third party's fingerprints.
No kidding, so it was a burglary after all.
But there's something weird.
What do you mean by weird?
The place where the owner of the fingerprints touched is different from a normal burglar.
What? I don't get it.
In most cases, burglars usually only look in places where they think there might be money or goods. This burglar touched so many things inside the house. What kind of burglar is that?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to find something valuable.
But they also went through the bathroom and the kitchen. The police even found fingerprints on the microwave oven. Why on earth would a burglar do that?
They must have been very desperate. Maybe it was a vindictive burglar.
Don't be silly. Besides, there's no broken windows and the locks weren't broken.
So what?
There must be someone who invited the burglar into the house. They said it's impossible to enter the house without a key.
But you don't invite a burglar into your house, do you?
That's right, so that would mean the person had the keys. Our keys were stolen. That's why the cops wanted to ask you if you lost your keys or not.
I have the keys with me.
I guess I have to make sure I get a good look at them. So will you please come home?
I'm telling you, I can't go home right now.
It can't be helped then. Anyway, I'll go talk to the police. Felix, I checked with the police.
I see. There's nothing to worry about since I didn't lose my keys, right?
They said that they have to check the keys. Since you can't come home right away, you can just send me a picture of the keys. The police said that a picture is acceptable for now.
Why do I have to do that?
What? You can take a picture of those keys in 2 seconds, can't you? We're in the middle of an investigation, so you have to cooperate.
I told you, I'm in a meeting right now.
A family emergency would be taken into consideration by your company. Besides, you're on break, right? What's wrong with you, Felix?
I'm about to go back to the meeting.
Are you telling me that you don't have the keys with you?
That's not what I mean. I'm coming home every day, so it's only natural that I have the keys, right?
Then why do you refuse so much? I think there's something fishy about you.
It's not weird. I just don't have them with me right now. I'm in the conference room.
Huh? Where are your keys then?
It's in my bag at my desk. I'm in a meeting right now, so I'm in a different room.
I see. Anyway, the police have to check it. They say they can't finish their investigation if you don't allow them to do that. Can you get out of the meeting room for a while and go take a picture of the keys? You can at least do that, right? Please cooperate, Felix.
Well...
What's wrong? Felix, are you there? Please, reply to me. The police are waiting for you too. How long are you going to make us wait?
The police said they gave up. Oh, okay then.
You're sending me a reply. Why are you able to do that?
The meeting has just finished.
Really? So you can come home, right? The police are still here.
What? The police are still there? I still have work to do after this, so I can't go home. I just got some extra tasks. It's tough being an office worker.
Huh, the meeting is over, right? Just come home, okay?
I still have to put together the materials after the meeting and so on. I still have a lot of things to do. I'm busy.
When I asked you to send me a picture of the keys, you didn't reply, and when I told you about the police are still here, you're telling me that you can't come home. That's crazy.
That's not true.
Did you lose your house keys?
What are you talking about? How could I lose it?
Because I have the keys here.
What? You found them at our house?
I mean, there's an unfamiliar woman and she had the keys with her.
What?
Stop fooling around. Why would a stranger like her have the keys to her house? You're gonna have to explain that to me.
I don't know. Maybe I dropped the keys somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Felix. I know that you're hiding something from me. You're having an affair, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who wants to know. I already know all about this. Your girlfriend didn't know I was home, so she was kind enough to bring me the keys. Then, she saw the police coming and she panicked. The police questioned her, so she confessed about the affair. I don't want to hear any more excuses from you, Felix.
Wait a minute. There's no way I would betray you. That woman lied.
I was away from home on a business trip. She said that she's been with you all week. How could she find out that I've been gone for a week if no one told her about that? Moreover, she knows that I was on a business trip.
You're right. Maybe she did some research in advance.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, but you don't have any proof that I was cheating on you.
You lied to me by pretending that you don't know anything about the affair. That's disgusting.
That's not what I mean.
Explain to me then. This woman is a stranger. Are you telling me that she stole your keys?
No, well, I don't know.
Then I'll tell that to the police and have them arrest her. That's fine, right? It's a burglary anyway.
No, wait. You don't have to do that, okay?
Why not? She stole the keys from you, so that's a crime, right?
I lost my keys, and she brought them back.
Then what? You just let her in and out our house for a week?
I didn't do that.
Are you stupid? That's enough.
I'm sorry.
You gave your keys to that woman, right?
Yes, that's correct.
She's the one you're having an affair with, wasn't she?
Yes, I deeply apologize.
The police just took her fingerprints and it was a perfect match. You can't hide the truth any longer.
But I didn't know she stole money and goods just because I let her come inside the house.
I know she said that she didn't mean to do that.
Well, then it's settled.
Yes, it's settled. I want a divorce.
What? Why? Hold on a sec. I didn't steal anything, did I?
Stop talking nonsense, Felix. You brought your girlfriend into our house while I was away on a business trip.
I'm sorry.
If an apology can solve every trouble in this world, I believe that the police won't exist. Thus, we had a divorce. The woman was free to come and go with the key Felix had given her. She ransacked the house and stole some money and goods. I think she was after the money from the beginning. Of course, she is going to be taken care of by the police and put behind bars. But there was something else wrong with this woman.
Christina, help me. Please, answer me.
Huh? I have nothing to say to you.
Thank you for your reply.
What do you want?
Well, actually, that woman has put me as a guarantor for her debts.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know it's my fault, but please help me. I can barely make ends meet. She maxed out my credit cards for online shopping. She even took out some cash in advance. It's all my debt, and I can't pay for all of them. Christina, don't you feel sorry for your ex-husband that he's struggling? Don't you want to help someone you still love?
Stop blabbering nonsense, Felix. Don't be silly. I mean, that woman stole money and goods from our house. So you shouldn't have let her use your credit card.
I didn't think that she would dare to do something like that. She didn't seem like a person with bad personality.
You're an idiot. I'm sorry, but you're just too stupid to understand.
What? You don't have to say that much. It's your fault that I cheated on you.
Huh? Don't make weird accusations. How can it be my fault? It's 100% your fault.
You were busy with work and went on business trips all the time. I was alone in our house. You're the one who cheated on me while you were on your business trips, weren't you? I want my alimony.
I didn't cheat on you. If you doubt me, why don't you find out where I went for my business trips? I was on my own for my entire business trips. If you check where I was staying and where I was working, you can get the proof that I was alone all the time. I was just working diligently.
Why don't we start over then? Please?
What are you talking about? You're contradicting yourself. The divorce was finalized a long time ago.
So let's get remarried. I beg you.
No, I don't. Who on earth would remarry a cheating jerk who's trapped in an enormous amount of debt?
Don't say that. It's terrible. You still love me, don't you?
Cut it out, okay? You were the one who cheated on me. It's all your fault.
I'm sorry. I sincerely apologize. So can you at least spare me the alimony? I can't pay you because of what that woman did to me.
I don't care. I want my alimony. You're a child, Felix. Don't be so naive.
Oh no, what am I supposed to do? I can't make a living.
When I was in trouble, you said that I should handle that on my own. Don't be so selfish. But since I'm a kind-hearted person, let me give you some advice.
Really? Tell me then.
If you can't pay for the alimony, then ask your parents to lend you some money and work it out. You must pay the alimony in one lump sum. I'm not going to change my mind. Contact me when you know the outcome. Bye! I received a number of persistent messages from Felix. I read through them but didn't reply at all, just like what he did to me last time. I don't think I should give him any reply. In the end, Felix asked his parents to pay the alimony on his behalf. He was allowed to live at his parents' house. I was relieved that the alimony was paid. However, he was supposed to repay the alimony to his parents. I heard that he is working from morning till night every day. He's too selfish to have an affair while I was away for a business trip and even gave his girlfriend the keys. He really is an idiot. What comes around goes around, so he deserves that.
Hey there, Nancy. I heard that you were trying to get pregnant. Are you really going to try and have your kid before the year's over? Sorry, you heard what now? I'm just saying that if you wanted to have your kid before the year is up, you should start getting busy now, don't you think? Or are you pregnant right now? Don't tell me that you're already pregnant. No, I'm not currently pregnant. Why are you even asking me about this all of a sudden? Well, it's just that my daughter Hillary is pregnant right now, and she was saying that she wanted to come back home to give birth. Oh, I see. I didn't know that Hillary was pregnant. That's amazing news. And I told her that of course I'd be so happy if she came back here to have her baby, but I just wanted to check with you that that would be okay since you're living in our home too. So I just wanted to make sure that you weren't pregnant, because if you and Hillary were both pregnant, that would just be too much. Oh, I see. Well, I really appreciate you thinking about me and asking me about this. Of course, thank you for answering my questions so clearly. Of course, I didn't actually think that you were pregnant right now or anything. So maybe there wasn't even any point in asking. I mean, after all, you've been married to my son for 5 years and you still haven't had a kid. I already assumed that you just have no intention of giving me a grandchild. Honestly, I doubt if you could even get pregnant. So sorry for wasting both of our time, even bringing this up with you. I guess it was silly of me. Hold on a second, Nancy. I really don't think that there was any need to talk to me like this. I mean, you know that Owen and I want a child, right? Well, if you want, I could have Hillary share with you some tips on how to make sure you can get pregnant. Of course, given your age, I really don't know how well they would actually work for you, so maybe there would be no point in asking that of Hillary either. Nancy, I really don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm barely even into my 30s. Oh, well, in that case, I'll call Hillary right now and tell her to reach out to you with an idea on what might work. I know that she'll be more than happy to help you get pregnant just like her, and then you can finally give me the grandchild that I've been waiting so long for. Hey there, Paula. I just wanted to say thank you so much for letting me stay with you all while I'm pregnant. It really is a huge help, and I'm so grateful to you for giving my mom the thumbs up. This is my first time being pregnant, so I'm just so nervous that something might go wrong, you know? Yeah, I can't imagine what you must be feeling. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. I mean, I have work, of course, but if I can help, I don't mind at all. Oh, thank you so much. Actually, since you're offering, there is one thing that I'd like to ask you. Would you mind getting all the things I'll need for a baby ready for me? Sorry, all of the things? What exactly do you mean by that? Oh, I mean like the carriage and the bed and some clothes. Make sure you get good sheets, but nothing that might irritate a baby's skin, okay? And make sure you go and get lots of baby food as well, and I'll probably have cravings, so make sure to buy me some sweets while you're out, okay? Now, wait just a second there, Hillary. You're asking me to buy all of those things for you? I'm sorry, but you can't get some of those things by yourself? Well, sure I could, but I'm going all the way to my mom's to stay, so it would just be better if all those things were already there when I arrived, you see? Well, I guess that does make some sense, yeah. But I'm just worried I'll end up getting things you don't like. Are you sure you wouldn't want to do all this shopping with me once you're here? I could even just lend you my car if you wanted to handle it on your own. No, we don't have to go and do all that. I mean, what's wrong with you getting all of that for me? I'm sure you can just ask the staff and they'll recommend you good things to get. I see. Well, I guess I can do that. Would you mind telling me your budget so that I don't go over what you can afford? And are you going to write me a check, or were you going to just wire the money on an app? Hold on a second. You mean that you're not going to buy all of those things for me? What's the matter with you? I thought you would have gotten all that as a gift for me. I mean, I'm pregnant, for crying out loud. Think of it as a gift for me for having a child. Well, I was thinking of getting you a couple of things, but I don't know if I can afford to get all that a baby would need. So you're saying that you really can't spare any money at all for my baby that's on the way? I would have thought you'd have plenty saved up. After all, you've been married to my brother this long, and you still don't have a kid. And since you've been living at my parents' house, it's not like either of you have been paying rent or anything like that either. Surely you can spare a couple grand to help me get things ready for my baby, right? You want a couple grand, as in thousands of dollars? It's not like I'm asking for $1 million or anything, but anyways, I'll go ahead and send you a list once I have one written up. Thank you so much for doing this. You really are saving me so much trouble. I really appreciate it. Hey, Owen, did you know that your sister is going to be coming to stay with us until she gives birth? Because I was just told about it by your mom and her, and I haven't heard anything from you.
Of course I knew this was going to be happening. Isn't it exciting? We're going to be an aunt and uncle to my sister's new baby. This is so great.
I really don't think that you should be treating this whole thing so lightly, Owen. I mean, did you know that your sister is expecting me to buy all of the things she needs for when her baby comes? Do you have any idea how much that's going to cost? Because your sister said that I owed it to her as a gift.
Well, yeah, of course. What's wrong with that? It's only natural that we give my sister a wedding gift. What's your problem?
Sure, I'd be down to buy her a few things for her baby, but did you read my message? She told me that she expected me to buy all of it. She sent me the list of what she wants, and it's huge. By the time I get all of this, I'll have probably spent something like $3,000.
Hold on, everything my sister wants from you is going to cost that much money? Well, whatever, I said that we'd give it to her.
Oh, and you can't be serious about that.
I'm sorry, Nancy, but we've been married this long and still haven't had kids, even though I know my parents really want grandchildren. And honestly, it's something that I feel like a failure about as their oldest child, so it really is the least we can do, don't you think?
You're really trying to make up for not having kids with me by spending $3,000 on your sister? If you really want to pay that much money, then you can pay for it all with your own money.
Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous. You know that I couldn't afford something like that with just my salary. Besides, my sister sent you the list, so you have to pitch in.
I am more than happy to buy a few things on this list, but I am not going to be splitting it and paying $1,500.
Well, if you're too cheap and don't want to spend money on family, then you should have gotten pregnant by now. And then we wouldn't have to do this. So if you're looking for someone to blame this on, how about you start with yourself?
Oh my gosh, you are being ridiculous. Do you know that? Why are you acting this way?
Because I'm the eldest child, and I always thought that I'd be giving my parents their first grandchild. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is for me now that Hillary is pregnant? I even heard that my mom asked my sister to give you advice on how to get pregnant. I think that one hurt me the most. Don't you see how much I've been through already because of this? And you're still gonna try and make me pay for this.
Oh, and I understand that living with your parents might make you feel a bit more pressure than if we weren't. But you hardly even contribute anything around here. We haven't even slept in the same room for the past year, and I don't see things improving for us.
Oh, just shut up. You don't understand what I'm going through. Why don't you just be a good wife? Buy my sister what she wants. And until you have a kid of your own, stop complaining about the things that we should be doing for family.
I can't believe that you actually said that. What is the matter with you?
I'm just saying that since you don't have a kid, I'm free to leave you whenever I want. Never forget that. If you do have a problem with that, then we can just go ahead and get divorced. So there. It's your fault I feel this way, so it's up to you to buy what my sister wants.
Paula, what the heck is going on here? Why do I have to sleep in the cramped little bedroom right next to the living room? Did you really think that I came all the way back home just to be cramped into a tiny closet like that? Well, Hillary, I really am sorry. We tried to make as much room for you as possible, and that's what we were able to do. I really can't believe this. You really expect me to be able to sleep in some cramped little bedroom full of baby goods? I come all the way back here to do the honor of giving my parents their first grandchild, and you're treating me as if I were the help. How do you expect me to live like this? What about my room? This is my family's house, and I want to stay in my room. But Hillary, you know that I've been in your room ever since you moved out and I moved in, right? Of course I know that. What's your point? You should have offered me your room when I arrived here. I'll take my room back, and you have that broom closet. That should set everything about right. I'm really sorry, Hillary, but I work from home half the time, and I need the larger room because it doubles as my office. I don't have anywhere else to put my work stuff, and I don't feel like renting out office space. Well, then why don't you just go into your office and work there then, huh? Or go and set up at a cafe or something. Heck, you can go work in the shed for all I care. You really expect me to do my work out in the shed? Well, at least if you were completely out of the house, I could turn the broom closet room into a baby feeding room and still have my room to stay in. Hold on a second, so I wouldn't just be working in the shed, I'd also be sleeping there? Do I understand that right? Well, of course you'd be sleeping there. How else would I get 2 rooms if you were still using one of them? Anyways, my mom and brother all agree that this is a good idea. So from now on, you'll be sleeping in the shed. Got it? You mean that you're with your brother and mom right now? I thought that they were both supposed to be at work. Well, they both took the day off to come and pick me up from the airport. Besides, my mom told me that she quit her job. She said that she wanted to be able to help me any time of the day that I needed it, and Owen told me that he took a bunch of days off just for me. After all, there's still going to be plenty to do around the house, and if it's just going to be us women, I'd feel much better with a man in the house. Well, neither of them told me any of these plans to take work off. I mean, they didn't even take the day off to help me celebrate my birthday last year. Well, that's probably just because they care a lot more about me than they do about you. Haven't you figured that out yet? But even though they're going to be here to help, I am still going to rely on you for most of what I need. And just why would you even do that when you have 2 people staying at home specifically for you? Well, because it was always my plan to have you take care of me while I was here. Like, if the baby wakes up in the night or needs its diaper changed, that was going to be all you. And then once you're done with all that, you can go back out to the shed and go back to bed. Get it? That sounds like a horrible life. Why would I agree to that? So not only am I being cast out in the shed, but I'm also going to be in charge of taking care of your every whim? That's right. Don't tell me that you have a problem with that, because you don't even have children, so you really don't have room to argue. You know what? I'm just going to go and stay with my parents for a while. Good idea. Go do that and never ever come back. It's not like you ever did anything good for my family anyways. After all, you never even had a kid. But man, you should see how upset my mom and brother are right now. They are seriously just pissed. They never ever want to see you again. So go home. We don't care. You can just send us money from over there and we won't have to put up with you. You think I'm going to send you money? No. If I leave like this, then I'm asking Owen for a divorce. Hold on a second, you're not serious about that, are you? You're really going to divorce my brother all because you couldn't have kids? You realize that at your age, nobody is ever going to want to marry you, right? You realize the mistake you'll be making if you do this. The only mistake I'll be making is staying with the family that's about to make me sleep outside in a shed. I would much rather just divorce Owen and go back to living with my parents until I find a new home. And by the way, I will be taking everything that's mine from the house when I leave. What are you talking about? What of the house is yours? You're crazy. Do you know that? Paula, what the heck is the matter with you? Where is the fridge, the TV, the stove? Why is it all gone? You bring those back right now. I can't believe that you stole all this stuff from us. I thought you meant you were going to be taking your clothes and stuff, not the appliances. I told you yesterday, didn't I? I said that I was going to be taking back all the stuff that I had bought for the house. But I thought you meant small things like some glasses or decorations or something like that. Why did you take the fridge? Well, that's because your brother kept bugging me about your mom needing a new fridge. When we finally went to go and buy one, he made me pay for it, so I guess maybe I had some other uses aside from baby making. You mean that you bought my mom's fridge? That's right. And now I'm going to be taking that and everything else that I bought back with me. Hold on a minute, though. You can't do that. I mean, you're taking essential appliances here. How are we supposed to live? Don't you know that I'm about to have a baby? Where am I supposed to put my milk? I don't know why you're asking me. I've divorced your brother, so you and I have nothing to do with one another. Why would you even ask me what to do about your baby? After all, I've never been pregnant. I've never had a baby. I wouldn't know. Oh, come on. You know exactly what you're doing, don't you? You really think that you can just walk out of my house with all our appliances? Don't you understand that you're just going to end up hurting an innocent baby? Do you really not care what happens to it at all? You're a monster. Well, it's a bit late to ask me to take things back. I've already sold most of the things I took from the house online. And if you need baby things, then maybe you should go out and buy them yourself. Or ask your mom or brother to buy you the things that you need. Otherwise, things might get kind of tricky for you. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean that if your mom really did quit her job and Owen is still on the verge of being fired like he has been, then I really don't actually see how they'd be able to help you since they're not going to have income soon. But if Owen gets fired, then I really won't have any way to take care of this baby. What am I going to do? I don't know, but I'm just letting you know that after I dropped off the divorce papers, I was told I'd have to fill out another form for Owen's work. So I called the office to ask about it, and the woman on the phone was shocked because she thought I was about to have your baby. Apparently, Owen had told his boss that I, his now ex-wife, was pregnant, not you. And so he took off work using paternity leave. Well, I ended up explaining that to his manager, and she was also just shocked. So basically, your brother lied to his work about his life so that he could take this time off for you. But I had no idea that he had gone and done any of that. Well, anyways, that's probably why he'll actually be getting fired. He had gotten in trouble for doing similar things like this before. But he's never actually lied about something this big or asked for this much time off. And when I told his manager that not only was I not pregnant, but I was also being exiled to sleep in the shed and live like a servant, well, I think that really clinched it. You're kidding me. You mean to tell me that you told his bosses everything that was going on here? Well, they kept asking me questions about Owen. To be honest, it sounded like they already had their own suspicions of him. So I was more than happy to help them clear up anything that wasn't adding up for them. You traitor! How could you do this to us? Well, you know, the funny thing was that in the end, there actually wasn't any paperwork that I did have to give them. It was all just a clerical error that sent me to them. I don't believe you. You had to know what you were doing. This is your way of getting back at us, isn't it? You know that by calling them, you could have a chance to tell them about the divorce. I am sure that I have no idea what you're talking about. After all, this is my first time getting divorced, and I just wanted to make sure that I did everything right. You have no idea all the paperwork that I've had to do alongside the ones for the divorce. It was never my plan to rat out Owen for his truancy. But anyways, that's just about all I had to say to you. Sounds to me like you have lots to talk about on your end as well. But I hope the pregnancy goes well. Tell Owen good luck with his job hunt. He'll need it. And so, as repo men went in and out of Nancy's house, clearing out anything that I had saved receipts for, Owen got the call from his manager telling him that he was being fired for lying about his paternity leave. He was also going to be charged for the pay he had received while off. As appliances and other things went missing, Owen and them all realized how much it was going to cost to replace them, buy things for the baby, and make ends meet for the three of them. First, all three of them had to sell all their luxury goods online to try and earn some quick pocket money. After that, Owen had to go out and find a job. But no one was going to hire him since he couldn't explain why he had been let go from his last position. I heard that even after Hillary had her baby, her marriage didn't last long afterwards, and she ended up staying with Owen and their mother. That was the last piece of gossip I had heard through the pipeline. I really do feel sorry for Hillary's baby, but at this point, I can only hope that this serves to teach those three a lesson that they'll carry with them in the future.